She's a University of Denver, Notre Dame graduate. She is teaching at Stanford, and she knows football. She can go toe-to-toe. I will tell you that. She was an accomplished figure skater as a young woman. She was a concert pianist. She's fluent in Russian, can tell great jokes about Vladimir Putin after a glass of wine. What a Renaissance woman. And so proud to be there with her because she is lending, people talk about, well, you have to know football and you have to have your hand in the dirt and you have to have done all this. When you're selecting the 4 best teams, your eyes tell you a lot. Your brain can look at a lot of analytics and see where teams measure against one another. But at the end of the day, in my view, the most critical factor is how do you relate all of that together? How are you a good critical thinker? How can you articulate those points to the other people on the committee to let them know, have you considered this? Have you looked at that? Why are you putting emphasis here and not here? It's those points that allow everyone else who is also doing a lot of homework to say, okay, that's a great point. And that's what this committee's all about. There are no egos. Everybody kind of checks everything at the door, their conference affiliations, their school affiliations, with the sole purpose of trying to find the 4 best teams to compete in the playoffs. But we have a great gumbo there of people, and I really believe that Condolezza, and the way that she helped set up some of those conversations, and believe me, she does know a lot about football. So it's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of that inaugural committee. I know that we probably won't get it right in the eyes of many people, but as a great politician once told me, I won with 55% of the vote. It's an overwhelming majority. And I looked at him and I said, well, 45% of the people don't think you're worth anything. So I don't know how much of a mandate that is. But I will tell you that I think that it is great for college football that we've gotten away from not having people involved and a committee is involved. Even though it's very difficult work, I've moved up a flight status in Delta, going back and forth to Dallas over the last few weeks. That's always good. But it's important for college football because it's played by people, it's coached by people, it's loved by people. So why shouldn't a committee pick the 4 teams that play in the playoffs? I want to open it up for questions here in a second, but I know one of those